Welcome, everyone! Before we dive into today's fascinating topic, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content. Today, we're delving into the world of The Simpsons, a long-standing animated masterpiece crafted by Matt Groening. This series has not only captivated audiences with its humor and unique storytelling, but has also turned heads with its almost eerie ability to predict real-world events. From forecasting the presidency of Donald Trump to pinpointing the FIFA corruption scandal, and even the scientific discovery of the Higgs boson particle, the predictive power of The Simpsons seems to know no bounds. But how does it get these predictions so right? Stick around as we unravel the mechanisms behind these incredibly accurate foresights. Now, without further ado, let's dive right in. Number 1. Quantity of content. The quantity of content in The Simpsons plays a significant role in the seemingly accurate predictions the show makes. As of my knowledge cutoff in September 2021, The Simpsons had been on air for over 3 decades since 1989 and had produced more than 700 episodes. In each of these episodes, the show explores a multitude of scenarios involving a diverse set of characters in a variety of settings. The sheer volume of storylines it has covered gives it a statistical edge in the chance that some of these scenarios will eventually align with real-world events. The more content the show produces, the higher the probability of it coincidentally predicting future happenings. Hence, the frequency of correct predictions by The Simpsons can, to a large extent, be attributed to its vast quantity of content. Each new episode provides an opportunity for the show to potentially mirror a future event, even if unintentionally. Number 2. Breadth of topics. The breadth of topics covered by The Simpsons is another factor contributing to its successful predictions. Throughout its episodes, the show has never shied away from discussing a variety of themes, no matter how controversial or futuristic they might be. The Simpsons frequently delves into social, political, technological, and environmental issues, often satirizing them to provide comedic relief, while still sparking thought and conversation. From politics to pop culture, technology to environment, and everything in between, the show has a wide thematic range that covers almost every aspect of life as we know it. By casting a wide net and addressing a vast array of topics, the show inherently increases its chances of hitting on future events or trends. In many ways, The Simpsons acts as a societal mirror, reflecting and exaggerating our realities and potential futures, which inevitably leads to a higher likelihood of predicting real-world occurrences. This broad scope of coverage thus gives The Simpsons more opportunities to mirror or anticipate real-life situations, contributing to its reputation as a show that frequently predicts the future. Number 3. Vagueness and interpretation. The principle of vagueness and interpretation plays a crucial role in the so-called predictions made by The Simpsons. In many instances, the series presents scenarios that are not explicitly detailed and are often exaggerated for comedic effect or satirical purposes. These scenarios are usually open-ended or loosely defined, leaving room for viewers' interpretation. When a similar event happens in real life, we tend to retroactively link the incident with the vaguely similar scenario depicted in the show. For instance, the show never explicitly stated that Donald Trump would become president in a specific year. Instead, it showed a future where a character from the show becomes president following an economic downturn, implied to be caused by a Trump administration. The specifics of how and when were vague enough to be connected to Trump's actual presidency years later. This process is known as retrofitting or shoehorning, where an explanation or hypothesis is created after the fact to fit the observed data or events. The vagueness in The Simpsons' content allows for a higher degree of retrofitting, leading us to perceive more accurate predictions than there might have actually been. In essence, the combination of vagueness in the show's content and our interpretation often results in these perceived predictions. It's a testament to the power of human pattern recognition, where we tend to find patterns and make connections, even when they're not necessarily intended. Number 4. Coincidence and statistical probability. Coincidence and statistical probability also play a significant role in the seeming accuracy of The Simpsons predictions. With the sheer volume of content produced over the series' long run, it's statistically probable that some of the scenarios depicted in the show will align with real-world events purely by chance. This principle is encapsulated by the law of truly large numbers, which suggests that with a large enough number of opportunities, any outrageous thing is likely to happen. Since The Simpsons has been running for many years and has aired hundreds of episodes, each touching on multiple scenarios, the opportunities for coincidental alignment with future events are enormous. For example, let's say an episode of The Simpsons portrays 10 major plot points or events. With over 700 episodes, that's 7,000 different scenarios. It's not too surprising, then, that a few of those 7,000 plot points might, just by chance, mirror a real-world event. Therefore, many of the predictions can be attributed to coincidence and the statistical probability of getting something right by sheer chance when you have enough attempts. The hit predictions are often highlighted, while the many misses are not given the same attention, leading to an illusion that The Simpsons is consistently correct in its predictions. Number 5. Self-fulfilling prophecy. The concept of a self-fulfilling prophecy refers to a prediction that causes itself to come true due to the simple fact that the prediction was made. This happens because the prediction influences people to act in ways that make the prediction come true. In the context of The Simpsons, the show's widespread popularity and cultural influence could potentially lead to some of its predictions becoming self-fulfilling prophecies. The Simpsons has had a broad impact on society over the years, and many of its viewers grew up watching the show. As these viewers move into positions of influence in society, they may consciously or subconsciously bring elements from the show into reality. For instance, if the show satirically suggests a future invention or societal trend, an innovator or entrepreneur who is a fan of the show might be inspired to make that idea a reality. In this way, what was initially a piece of humor or satire in The Simpsons could become a real-world event, not because the show predicted it, but because it inspired it. However, it's important to note that while this phenomenon could contribute to some of The Simpsons' successful predictions, not all of them can be attributed to self-fulfilling prophecies. Many are likely due to the other factors we've discussed, such as the sheer volume of content the show produces and the broad range of topics it covers. Number 6. Hindsight bias. Hindsight bias, also known as the knew-it-all-along effect, is a common psychological phenomenon where people believe they could have predicted an event after it has already occurred. In essence, once we know the outcome of an event, we tend to overestimate its predictability before the event happened. In the context of The Simpsons, hindsight bias plays a significant role in how we perceive the show's predictions. Many of the predictions that the show supposedly makes are noticed only after the fact, once a similar event has occurred in real life. For example, an episode might show a seemingly random or absurd event, which viewers don't consider as a potential prediction at the time. But if something similar happens in reality years later, people are likely to recall the episode and claim that The Simpsons predicted the event, even though no one made that connection when the episode first aired. In this way, hindsight bias can make the predictions seem more impressive or accurate than they actually were. It's not so much that The Simpsons is predicting the future, but that our knowledge of what happened in reality affects our interpretation of past events in the show. This bias can lead to an overestimation of the show's predictive capabilities. That's all for our exploration of The Simpsons and its uncanny predictions. Remember, it's not just foresight, but a mixture of various intriguing factors. If you found this video enlightening, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep discovering the fascinating connections between pop culture and reality.